YouTube, it's me, TGT. How's it going? Now this is a wee video response to Borders Dude, who posed the question, what's your favourite top 3, he said, but top bots from the War for Cybertron trilogy, because the lines are coming to a close, we're getting a couple more releases and then I think that's it. And it's been, the past 2 years for Transformers has been so amazing. I thought I'd do a video response because there's just too much of my collection that I got this year that it's just absolutely, in the past wee while, that is absolutely fantastic. So I thought I'd do a top 5 for my favourite toys I own from the trilogy, but there's one honourable, no I can say that word, honourable mention, because 2 of my top 5 are kind of the same figure, so I thought I'd do an honourable mention, and it has to be, because I love this toy, this the Netflix Decepticons Mirage. Now in the TV show, there's a scene where they have to distract some Decepticons and Mirage sort of disguises himself as Decepticon. It's literally a scene where he looks like this for about 10 seconds and he gets discovered and he has to start blasting his way out of it. But the fact they made a toy of it was absolutely amazing. I got the toy before I'd seen the cartoon or the animation, so I was a bit intrigued as to why this existed and what it meant for Mirage and timelines and stuff. As it turns out, it's just Mirage in disguise. I like the figure anyway. I've got the proper Mirage upstairs. He was my first G1 looking Mirage. I've got Combiner Wars, but I didn't really like that figure. I like it, but it's nowhere near as good as the newer ones. And when I seen this, I had to get it. Such a unique figure, and its look is. I just love Mirage and the Decepticon colours. Oh, I love it. And it would be in my top 5 if it wasn't for the fact that there's been so much good things coming, you know. But like I said, honourable mention because I love this guy. And number 5 on my list is Earthrise Voyager Quintus. Now, this figure's not that great as a figure. It's more a model. Doesn't really have any articulation. The heads can turn. A couple of the mouths can move. The tentacles can kind of be posed. And he's got a crap alt mode. But it's the fact that I own a G1 looking Quintus. It blew my mind when it came out. One of the things as an adult collector, with the 86 movie being so important to me, I've always wanted figures for the movie, like Wreck-Gar and things like that, and Quintusons and Sharkticons. And obviously Hasbro's kind of sort of made that a reality recently. But this, just having a Quintuson was just unbelievable. I literally couldn't believe that they were being released and made, and I could get one in Smith's. And I rushed to get one the minute I could, and I was so happy. I mean, he doesn't really do anything. I pose him and he sits on the shelf with like the Alicons and the Sharkticons and stuff. But that's all he needs to do for me. He looks amazing. And the fact that we've got a mainline Quintuson just made me so happy. I even painted these wee blast stream to make it look a bit better. Yeah, this just makes me happy every time I look at it on the shelf, and for that reason, number 5 on my list. Number 4 is Kingdom Air-Razor. Now, I'm not really a massive Beast Wars fan. I have softened to it. I kind of, when I first started collecting as an adult, I'd never watched it. I tried to get into it, couldn't, but then I did, and I enjoyed it, and some of the storylines are really good. So the animation's still janky. It's getting past the animation that's the hard part, but the voice acting is amazing in it. The storylines are really good. But I wasn't looking to buy any Beast Wars figures or whatever. And then Kingdom came along, and I got Cheetor, and then I had to get Primal for my Optimus Prime display. And then it just sort of spiraled from there. I've got Rat Trap, and I've got a few others, and I intend to get some more. But oh my god, Air-Razor is just gorgeous. The colours, the paintwork, the alt mode, the posability, the lack of any sort of kibble. Just purely, and I like the character for the show, but purely just aesthetically, this fucking toy is awesome. And I mean, I'm a massive fan of having orange on Transformers, so do you know what? Just a feast on the eyes and a feast on the hands when you're fiddling with her. I just love it. It's just pure and simple. Love it. So for that reason, she was number 4 on my list. And I don't know why I'm pulling a funny face. Number 3 is Earthrise Optimus Prime. Now, yeah, this figure is fantastic. Can you believe that you were getting a mainline Optimus Prime for under 50 quid that looks as good as that? G1, I mean, Optimus Prime. Absolutely fantastic. When this came out, I mean, Optimus Prime is my favourite. Maybe not my favourite character, but he's certainly my favourite Transformer, if that makes sense. I love his aesthetics. I love his kind of sort of his character. I do love his character, but you know, I have favourites, other favourites like Ironhide. I like Ironhide more than I like Optimus Prime, but he's the classic leader, blue and red, bolt of justice and truth and honour. So how can you not like Optimus Prime? I've got a display out in my hallway next to the front door. We have over 100 Optimus Primes, and he sits pride of place at the front because it's just such a fantastic figure. They released so many of these. You got the Earthrise repaint, the Earthrise. You got the Netflix repaint, you got the alternate universe, like Dead Optimus Prime, which I didn't intend to get, but I'm glad I did because he was dirt cheap and I got him, and now I've got a display set out there with his death scene. It looks awesome. It's just a fantastic figure. Again, next to no kibble, next to no waste, like wasted space, and it's a fantastic toy to own. And if this was your first G1 Optimus Prime, you'd be over the moon. And I mean, it's a fantastic toy that I very, very rarely put down. Number 2, Kingdom Cyclonus. Oh my god, this thing, with a touch more attention to detail and paneling and maybe even build, this could be a masterpiece figure. Obviously size would have to be changed as well. But oh my god, there is absolutely nothing to complain about with this figure. I mean, with mine there is because it had a little bit of fucking sprue on the face, but I got it off. But just the transformation is amazing, the quality build is amazing, the design is amazing. He's dusty because he's been on the shelf for ages. There's just nothing bad to say about this figure, and the fact that he exists. I mean, my only other Cyclonus I've got is Combiner Wars, which is an alright figure, but it's just a remold Silverbolt, is it? I think. And it's like, ugh. But then this guy came along, and oh my god, the light piping, oh my god, I absolutely adore this figure. When I started collecting just before, as an adult, just before Combiner Wars came out. So Combiner Wars was like the first sort of G1 love that I'd seen on mainline, and I was like, oh, we're getting some G1-y type figures, but they didn't look anything like the G1 toys. They were just kind of resembled them. And then you get this. For, what did I pay for this? I think I paid like 22 quid for this, and it's just fucking amazing! Look at it, it's absolutely fantastic. There's nothing more I can say other than it's absolutely fantastic. And I don't believe I own this, and I'm so happy I do. So that's why it's number 2! And my favourite figure from the trilogy, and the reason that Mirage was an honourable mention, is because it's Optimus Prime again. Siege Optimus Prime. Oh my god. Yes, technically this lad is more G1 accurate, and he's just as good built, and he looks amazing, and he comes with the trailer, and blah blah blah. But I got him first, and when I got him, I was so in awe with him, so in love with him, that I didn't put him down for 2 weeks. I bought him and he was with me for 2 weeks. I'd get up in the morning, pick him up, take him downstairs, I'd be making breakfast for my kid and he'd be on my seat next to me, ready to pick up once I was settled and stuff. And I took him everywhere. Yes, he has his flaws, like this arm cable and stuff, and his back cable's quite big. But I was just in love, absolutely in love with this figure when I first got it. And I've never enjoyed owning a toy as much in my life, I don't think. Not since I was a kid. And I don't like the character on the show. I think it's the worst version, character-wise, of Optimus Prime I've ever seen. But I don't care. The toy is absolutely amazing. Look at me. You can see me looking at him like, oh. The toy is absolutely amazing. And to this day, I just love that I own him and have him in my collection. To the point where the wife has got me for Christmas. The Nemesis Prime of this. She wasn't really going to. The wife doesn't really get me Christmas Transformers for Christmas because I buy them myself. So she's like, "Well, it's nothing special." But then the thing she wanted to get me, when she was ready to get it, was out of stock, and she's like, "Oh, I got to get you." And I was like, "Oh, you can get me Nemesis Prime. It's only 40 quid." And she's like, "All right then." So I've got another version of this mold coming. It's upstairs in the wardrobe. I've looked at it. I've opened it, but it's all wrapped away now. And she's gonna present it to me on Christmas, so I can open it like a wee bear and then go, "Oh, thank you." It's for her. I didn't really see the point in waiting until Christmas to get presents, but she's a big sort of Christmas morning fan, so it's up there wrapped and ready for me to get in on Saturday. But fuck me, I love this mold so much. And the fact I'm getting Nemesis Prime is just going to make me so happy. So once I've made Christmas dinner and dishes are done on Christmas Day, I'll be sitting fiddling with that bastard. Yeah, fantastic. A fantastic trilogy, fantastic toys. And while I chose these 5 or 6 because of Mirage, I could have chose many more. And if the Studio series had been included, oh my god, so many lush toys, so many lush Transformers. Yeah, so there you go. That's my waffly top 5 plus an extra figures from the War for Cybertron series. So thanks to Border Dude for posting the question, and I really would like to see other responses to his video if you fancy doing it. I'll link his video below. There you go. So it's a couple of days till Christmas. I've got a few presents to wrap today, and then I think we're ready to go in my house. So have a good Christmas. I hope you're happy. I hope you're well, and I'll see you soon. Oosh.